Oops, I think you couldn't hear me. Okay. I was saying thank you, thank you for joining us live on our presentation. And this is Isabel with Partners in Success. I appreciate you guys taking some time to join us. Um, me. It's sorry, my screen is telling me that my microphone is not working. So let me add my headset. Okay, I put on my headset because I had a message that my microphone wasn't working, so hopefully you can hear me now. I hope you can hear me now. Okay, so I apologize for my screen. I'm not sure why it's so blurry, but no worry because we are going to be doing slides. It's technical difficulty trying to get on. I've done Google Hangouts before. I think I really like the last Uber that we used for a conference call, but I think some people were having problems listening over the computer, so I decided to go back to Google Hangout. I just have to get used to all the features. But let me go ahead and jump on so we can make sure. Let me just make sure that everything is good on the other end. Okay. I think we are good. Okay, I'm going to jump into the slides. And guys, if you want to communicate with me, I couldn't bring the chat on here. I'm not sure why I couldn't get it on the team page. But I went ahead. If you want to communicate with me, since I couldn't get this chat up here, we can communicate through Facebook. Let me try something really quick. Give me 1 second. Okay, never mind. I was trying to see if we can also communicate through the phone, but that's not working either. Okay, I'm going to jump into the slides. I am going to hope that you can hear me. Let me ask y'all on Facebook. Make sure that I'm not just moving my mouth and you guys can't hear me. I promise we are going to get good at this. I'm going to figure out a system where we can communicate. Okay, awesome. Thank you, Brenda. Okay, so let me jump on back where we were. Okay, I'm going to speed up now since I don't want to keep y'all online and we already wasted 10 minutes. Let me share my slides. Okay, so here we go. Thank you for your patience. Appreciate you guys. Okay, so we are launching our September. So excited about this month for many reasons. Mainly because of, well, for everything. Just excited about our business, excited where we are. We're small, but we're mighty, and we're going to be growing and going into momentum as the year starts. It has been said by many people recently, Kevin Garver, that September is the, I forget his exact words, but September is the biggest month in network marketing because people are getting back into action. Kids are back in school. They're back from vacation. They're ready to settle down and make some money because Christmas is coming. The end of the year is coming, and this is where, from now to the end of the year, guys, we need to really catch momentum because in January, two very important things is going to be going on in the world that is really going to impact our business. First, everybody is going to be making New Year resolutions, and the first resolution is going to be healthier, to eat better, to lose weight, and that's where we come in with our amazing product. And the second is that they want to be making more money. They're going to be looking for a better job. They want to be at a different place. They're sick and tired of struggling. So again, that's where we come in. So it's important that from now to the end of the year, September, October, and November, and December, we really get momentum going in our team, and that we grow our team as large as possible. Because the larger your team is in January, the bigger that the faster, the bigger that you're going to explode in the beginning of the year. You want to make sure that you're leveraging yourself and your time. You don't want to be the only one sharing in January. You want to have a first, second, and hopefully a third. And why not even a fourth generation out there sharing and growing your team with you? So exciting time of the year. September is our ignition, Dallas ignition, and I'm so excited, guys, that, like I said, we're small, but we're mighty. Right now, we have 4 people, including myself, registered in our team to be there. And Luz is a soon-to-be business partner, and I cannot wait to introduce you to Luz so I can tell you what she did to get started with the launch kit, and what she's just she is motivated to get started with the launch kit, and she is not able to do it right now, but she's working on it, and I can't wait to share with you what she's doing to get there. And so she will also be going to Ignition with us once she's launched and has her free ticket. So I'm very excited. I was talking to Lisa just briefly this morning on Facebook, and talking a little bit about my results of how I should have been better. I had set a big goal, and I did not hit it. My goal was to get platinum by Ignition, and I didn't hit it. But she told me that we are probably her first in her group to show up with being so new to have that many at Ignition. And of course we have, we are, well, I take that back. I was going to say that we have the advantage that we are in Dallas, but I'm in Dallas. Brenda's going to be coming from Alabama, and Becky's going to be coming from California. So yeah, you guys rock. I really appreciate you guys. You guys are making me look good. And I cannot wait to hug you and to meet you in person, and for us to be brainstorming in Ignition. So, okay, so today we are going to be talking about accountability and daily actions, because our business comes down to our daily actions, what we do and what we don't do every day, and then holding ourselves accountable. Why is our business not growing? Is it something that we need to adjust in our system? Or is it something with live shots altogether? Or is it something that we need to adjust in our daily actions? So that's what our call is about today. Okay, so not too late to register again. Ignition September 12th to the 14th, and live shots told me that we can register up to the day before. So definitely enough time, guys, to get a team member, to get 1 team member, 2 team members, maybe even 3. Why not dream big, right? Why not think big? To still add people to your team to have them at Ignition with us, because they can register up to the day before. Okay, so our daily actions. Our daily actions, guys, is really our money-making activities. This is what we need to concentrate on, because if we're not doing money-making activities, we're not making money. And we want to make sure that we're making money. That's why we're here. So our actions, what we do, are what our business, what is the word I'm looking for? What our business, oh, I totally went blank on the word I wanted to use. When you start a job, you know your responsibilities that you're supposed to do. Well, your business is the same way. You started in a business, and you have to be clear what responsibilities you have with your business in order for your business to grow. So, it comes down to, 1, using the product, because we have to be a product of the product. And in a future call, I was going to include it on here, but I decided not to. In a future call, we'll talk about making sure that we are setting our own, our goals, not only for our business, but also for our health. And what are you working towards in order for live shots to make a difference, the product to make a difference in your bodies, because you want to create that story that you can share. So using the product is it's the first thing we do. We become the product of the product, but that really doesn't take any time out of your schedule, because you're going to eat, you're going to drink. So instead of making a lunch, you're going to grab a shake. Instead of grabbing a bottle of water, you're going to grab a bottle of water plus your life shots. The second thing we do is we recommend the product, and recommend the product to find preferred customers. That comes pretty easily, because we don't necessarily have to go door to door, or set a time, set some time apart to go find customers. All we do is talk about our actions. And with Facebooks, I mean, we have the world, in front of us. We talk about what the product is doing for us. As you probably guys already saw, I posted last night a picture of before and after. And it's not the before and after picture of me that I wanted to post, but the reason I posted that is because LifeShot is doing a contest, uh, and um, and I did that for that contest, and I said, well, why not share it on Facebook? I haven't lost all the weight that I want to lose. I still want to lose another 35 pounds, and that's why that's not the before and after picture that I wanted to share. But I shared anyway. I've lost 30 pounds so far, and I have on that post that I made, I had 100 and almost 200, or no, I think it went over 200, about 220 likes, and people congratulating me, and a few people asked me, what are you doing? And so for the next 2 days, I'm going to be reaching out to people that are asking me, what are you doing? And I've already sent out some videos today and have some follow-up calls. So sharing the product is recommending the product. Is just sharing with through your everyday activity, whether if it's Facebook or with your friends, and it's just talking about what the product is doing for you. And people ask, what did you do to lose so much weight? Or I'm getting so much sleep, whatever the product is doing for you. So again, that doesn't necessarily take a lot of time out of your business, which leaves most of your business hours to share the business opportunity. And that requires 3 steps: invite, share, and partner. And I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this because we've done training on this before, and we'll do training on it again. And I will do a video on this very soon by the end of this week. So, first is to invite. If you don't have your story down, which we should have got started on your first strategy session, but if you don't have your story down yet, you need to get your story down, because that's where the power of the invitation starts. We're asking someone to take a look, and why would they want to take a look? Well, because of what this business is doing for you, and what it can do for them. In order for us to make it easier to take them through the process of the invitation, of the whole invitation of taking a look in the 3-way call and tasting the product or watching the video, we have to give them a compelling story. We have to give them value. We have to give them a reason to want to take a look. And we do that through our story. So, it's when we're inviting people to take a look, you don't want to take a lot of time, for many reasons. Mainly because you don't want to talk too much. You want the tools to do all the talking for you, because at the end of your presentation, you want somebody to say, hey, I can do that. And if you become across as an expert, they're going to say, oh, I can't be as good as she is, so no, I don't want to do this business. Or it's going to sound like you're selling, and they're going to be thinking, no, I don't want to do that. I'm not good at sales. So when it comes to inviting, your story, 90 seconds or less. And that's why you need to have your story down, so you can be able to say it in 90 seconds or even 2 minutes or less. So you start with your story, and then you end the sentence with, or you end the invitation with, I don't know if this is for you or not. And I always like to include that when I'm inviting, because we want to give them a back door, meaning that it's okay if this isn't for you. Just take a look at my video. If this isn't for you, it's going to be no pressure. So that's why I always include that. I don't know if this is for you or not, but are you open to just taking a look? Are you open to taking a closer look at this? Something that I might also say is, after I give them my story, do you keep your options open to create a more additional stream of income? Are you open to just taking a look at what I do, or taking a closer look at what my business entails? So that's the invitation. Next, if they say, yes, I'm open, and I love that, by the way, guys, are you open? Because nobody's going to tell you, nah, I'm not open. Even if they're thinking on the back of their heads, I don't want to do this, they're going to be courteous enough to say, yeah, I'm looking. I've had people that tell me, you know, I have too many things going on. I'm really not into network marketing, blah, 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 blah. But yes, I'm open. I'm always open. So, you know, so they look at my video just because they don't want to say I'm not open to taking a look. So I love that. So if they say they're open, the next thing is going to be that you're going to share the video through the prospecting system. You don't have to do it through the prospecting system, the presentation video, the opportunity to try video, but I like doing it through that because I get an email of when they watched it. Now, just a word of caution. Um, they You are able to go back into the prospecting system and see how much of the video they watched. But I think if they watched it on their phone, we're not going to get an accurate count or an accurate post of how much of the video they watched. Because I had people that I talked to that said that they watched zero of the video, none of the video, and then when I did the follow-up and I asked them what was their favorite part, they actually described something in the video, like how it takes more than one person, or how it works through networking, you know, things like that, that they'll tell me, that I know that, okay, they did watch the video. But you'll get that email telling you that they watched the video, so you know that, okay, it's time for me to follow up. So when you share a tool, it's very important, guys, that you always set up the next appointment. When you are presenting your business or the product, you have to go from appointment to appointment until you get a yes or a no. Because if you don't set up the appointment, then you're not going to know when to follow up. And if they don't commit to following up with you to an appointment, then it becomes, yes, one day I'll watch the video, and then you're going to be chasing them. You're going to feel like you're chasing them down to see if they watch the video. So they say, yes, I'm open to taking a look. Great. If I email you a video, will you take 20 minutes to watch it or 10 minutes to watch it? Depends on what video you're sending. If they say yes, great, I really love your feedback. When can we talk again so I can answer all your questions? That's usually what I say. So we set up a time, and then great, I'll email you the video and then put my time on my calendar, on my agenda, when I'm going to follow up. And if you, you know, if it's possible, if you're sharing with the opportunity with someone that's local, within driving distance of you, in the same city, in the same town, try doing it one-on-one. So even though you're doing a one-on-one, you're still going to share the video, but you're going to do it in front of them, because then the process is much faster. You know, you show up at the coffee shop somewhere where there's Wi-Fi. You show up with your tablet, your laptop, or even your phone. And you let them watch the video, and then you ask them, what was your favorite part? And then you are going to answer their questions. And when it comes to answer their questions, well, you're going to get on the three-way call. You know what? Let you talk to Isabel, because she can answer your questions, because I'm fairly new. At that point, it doesn't matter what you say, but just getting them on the three-way call. Because once they see that the only steps are, you ask them, are you open, you show them the video, and then you put someone, your upline, your business partner, on the phone to answer the questions, then it becomes 3 easy steps. Then when we ask them on a three-way call, do you feel like this is something that you can do? They're going to say yes. Most likely they're going to say yes if they feel that this is an opportunity for them. But they're not going to say no, because the question is going to be answered for them. Can you do this? And they're going to say, yes, I can do this. So again, we'll go into, if you need more training on this, we'll go into deeper detail one-on-one on this if you need to. I'm going to do a video sometime this week and post it, and then we'll do another call on this. And then on the three-way call, again, you know, you put your business partner on the phone, because you don't want to become the expert. You want them. You want your business partner to become the expert, so they can say, I can do that. And it's, you know, it might be being creative, what you're going to say to them to get them on a three-way call. But think about when you and I talked, if you're my first generation, when we first talked for the first time and we did a three-way call with Lisa, what did I tell you? You probably don't even remember what I told you. So, it's just finding a creative way. I probably said something like, oh, I saw you excited about the business opportunity. I asked you what was your favorite part. Because you were excited, I just kept that momentum going. Oh, you got to meet Lisa. Lisa this, that, and that. And then I started edifying Lisa, how she's the #1 earner in the company and what she's accomplished. And I just edified Lisa. And so you were excited to talk to her. You were like, wow, oh, you're going to call her right now? So don't find yourself pressured into, oh, how do I get them on the call with Isabel? Because an obstacle that I'm seeing through some people is that they feel like they don't want to talk to you, they just want to talk to me. You know what I'm saying? So don't get stuck at the follow-up. Find a creative way. It works when they're excited to say, oh, let me get Isabel on the phone. You got to talk to Isabel. Or I can't answer, you know what, I really want to answer that question for you, but I'm just getting started. I don't know that, but let's find out together. Let's talk to Isabel. Okay, so partnering with a three-way call. So your upline can do answer all their questions, and then at the end, you're going to ask when it's your turn to do the three-way call. We're going to ask, where do you see yourself? We're going to close the deal for you. We're going to ask, where do you see yourself in building this business? Do you see yourself making money with this business? But again, more detailed training coming on that, okay? Because this call, I want to really focus on daily actions. Daily actions. And let me go back to the three-way call. Let me go back and say this. Don't feel like nervous about when it's your turn to do a three-way call, because I'm always going to be following a script, which you can find the script on our website. I'm always going to be following a script, always. And most likely when we do a three-way call, you and I with your prospect, I'm going to ask you to go print that worksheet. So as I'm doing the call, you could be following along, and you could be taking your notes, and you could be practicing on your head. So when it's your turn to do the three-way call, you have your notes in front of you. You know what to say and what to do. Okay? And it's okay to be through all this process, guys, because we're so new at this. It's okay. It's okay to be nervous. It's okay to not be so good at everything, because before we get great, we have to be lousy. But you have to give yourself permission to be lousy, and you cannot let your fear stop you from taking action. Just take actions. And at the end of the day, you're going to hang up the phone thinking, oh my God, that was horrible. But I bet you that the person that you were talking to didn't even see it that way. As long as you're being yourself and don't feel like you're following a script when you're really doing the inviting. Okay, to take a look. Okay, so those 3 steps that we talked about, it all comes down to these 7 daily actions. If you are not taking the 7 daily actions every day or every week, because not all of them you're going to do every day, but if you're not going through these 7 steps in a week, then your business is probably not growing. Okay, so first, training. You have to be training yourself. You have to be trainable. You have to be teachable in order for you to be a good leader. So make sure that you are plugging into all our webinars and all our training calls. And when you cannot make it to a webinar, it's okay, because it's always recorded. You just have to come back and know where to find the recordings. If you don't know, ask your upline. Ask me. So training, make sure that you are teachable. Make sure that you are coachable, because that's going to make you a better leader. 2, inviting. Probably the most important skill. Inviting people to take a look at your presentation, and you have to be doing it. You have to be doing it every day. You have to be doing it every day. You have to be consistent with your actions. Because, and I forget who said this, I think it was Jim Rohn. But I heard it say, and it's so true, that every day that you skip a day, you're starting over the next day. In other words, you're trying to build towards a momentum. You're planting seeds, you're planting seeds when you're talking to people, and then the harvest comes. But if you don't plant those seeds every day, if you don't make those calls every day, you skip a day, then then you're starting over. This is very common, guys, when you do invite people, and then the next day you're doing follow-ups. So you're busy with the follow-ups, but you forgot to invite new people. So when after you do all your follow-ups, then you're at a standstill. Then you got to start over again. You invite people, you do the follow-ups. During your follow-ups, you're not inviting more people. The follow-ups are done, then you got to start over again. But if you don't have to start over every other day or every third day or every fourth day and just do your invitations every day, then you're just going to keep that momentum growing. You're just going to be, it's just going to be a smooth ride in a sense. So we talk about a lot in live shots, about 2 a day. 2 a day, 2 a day, 2 a day. But what I want to invite you to do is think about 30 to 90 minutes a day of inviting. And if 30 minutes means 2 a day, that's perfect. Okay? But when your time allows, why not 90 minutes of inviting? Okay, so 30 to 90 minutes of inviting per day, which is going to lead to number 3, sharing a tool. To once they say, yes, I'm open. So sharing a CD, a DVD, a link. And you know, the link that we share is so simple because we just share it on Facebook or through email. But think about on your next auto ship, if your budget allows you, to order a couple, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the DVDs and CDs. Because when you're in front of that waitress, when you're in front of the cashier, of the bank teller, or just having a friendly conversation with somebody at wherever you are, it's going to be easy to just pull up a DVD and you know, you go through having a conversation, you start asking questions, you find a need that your product or your business can fill, and you say, hey, well, you know, if you're really serious about looking for another job because you hate your job, I don't know if my business is a good fit for you or not, but I would love for you to take a look. And then you just hand them the CD, the DVD, and then set up the appointment to follow up. You know, so look at those tools and think about having those handy. It's going to cut your process. Instead of saying, give me your email, I'll email you a video. You're just sending them a DVD, and they're going to be curious when they get home. They're going to pop it on their computer or their DVD player. So look at those tools for you to have handy, at least 2 to 3 handy in your purse at all times. At least give them a try. At least order them once. Order them once to give them a try. They're from $1 to $2, I think. That step is going to lead you to the 4th step, the follow-up with the 3-way call, which will lead you to the 5th step, adding new team members, which will lead you to partnering with your team members to do 3-way calls with them or to train them, strategy sessions, or making sure they're on webinars or one-on-ones with your uplines or whatever it takes, whatever needs to be done. So partnering with your team members to make sure they're plugging in and they're getting trained and you're getting on 3-way calls with them to help them grow their business. And then number 7, 30 minutes of personal development, because all of us here have goals. All of us here have set goals with our uplines, and if you don't have your goals clear, call me, text me, or your upline, because you need to have goals. How are you going to be successful in your business if you don't know where you're heading? How are you going to hit your goals if you don't know what you're aiming for? But I'm pretty confident that everybody in our team has goals. And I always encourage you guys to dream big. $20,000, $50,000 a month? I say why not? But it doesn't have to be that. You know, it's whatever amount is going to be, this business is going to be worth it. Did I say that right? Set the amount that doing your business every day, following these 2 steps, is going to be worth your time. And that's why it's important to dream big for me. Because if your dream is not big enough, procrastination comes in. Because you're like, I'll get it done, maybe, maybe not, whatever. If I hit my goal, I hit it not. And you might not be thinking that, but if you're procrastinating, you really are. So, you know, we went through the steps of, okay, how much do you want to earn and why? And once you hit that goal, what is that going to mean in your life for you to have your why? So you said $5,000, $3,000, $5,000, $10,000 a month, whatever that number is for you. Before you hit that goal, that number, in that income goal, you have to become that person first. You have to become the person that earns that money first. So personal development comes in. And personal development, learning from great leaders like Lisa Jimenez, our very own upline, she does a lot of personal development. And I'm not just talking about learning the skills of the business, but the way of thinking positive. Um, so Lisa Jimenez, look her up on YouTube. She has awesome videos on Facebook. Jim Rohn is an awesome. I'm sure you know who he is. Lots of videos on him on Facebook. He's an awesome motivational speaker. Who else? I can't think of anybody else on the spot. But lots of great books out there. Richard Brooke has lots of personal development on his Bliss Business. Um, John Maxwell, on and on and on. So 30 minutes of personal development a day. Figure out your schedule. Get those 30 minutes a day. 30 minutes, or, which I didn't put on the slide, 10 pages. Read 10 pages. 10 pages of a book a day. But how easy is it to get up for 30 minutes in the morning, get up 30 minutes early, or end your day with 30 minutes on YouTube and watching something personal? If you exercise, which we should all be doing some kind of exercise because this is the business that we're in, wellness company, you should be doing at least 30 minutes of walking. Take your phone with you, get your earphones, put on YouTube on your phone and listen. Okay, I'll do another call on the stuff that what I do when how I plug in when I'm driving on the road, when I'm doing my 1 hour walking a day. Okay, so those 7 steps. Those are your daily actions that you need to be taking for you to be making money in your business. So next, accountability. Are you getting those done? And not all the steps are you going to do every day, because you're not going to get every day a business partner started. You're not going to have to train somebody every day because you didn't get everybody a business partner started. But are you doing the inviting every day? Are you doing your self-development every day? Are you plugging in to the training, to the system that LiveShot has set up for us? Are you plugging into all the calls, to all the webinars, and doing the inviting? Accountability. It's easy to invite 2 people a day, but it's just as easy not to do. So what if during the next 90 days, you really set yourself accountable to do something big, and you say, you know what, I'm going to go all out. And all out could just be the minimum, but doing it consistently, no matter what, whether you feel like it or not, whether you have a doctor's appointment or not, whether you're going to go visit somebody or not, whether you're going to go out of town, whether somebody else comes to visit, whether your favorite TV show is on, whatever. Just doing it, whether you feel like it or not. For the next 90 days, just taking this action. Okay, so this is a page that I'm going to be using and encourage you to use. We love for all our team to be using to hold yourself accountable. So those 7 steps that we talked about, they're here. And on our page, if you're listening to our call, on our team page at the bottom of the screen, you're going to be able to print this. You're going to be able to print this sheet out. So this is the first part of what you're going to see on the worksheet. Monday through Sunday are seven daily actions that we have to take. And what you're going to do is you're going to give yourself points. So training, the 90 minutes of inviting, the sharing the tools, the follow-up, adding a new team member, partnering with a team member, 30 minutes of personal development. 7 days a week. Now, you don't have to do it 7 days a week. You can just do it 5 days a week. But why not 7 days? But it's up to you. You can take the weekends off. It's okay. I just want you to commit to 5 days a week at least. Okay, so every activity is going to have a point. If you were on a training call, a webinar, and we have training every day with ACEs in actions every morning, 20 to 30 minutes. So were you on a training call that day? Give yourself a point. It's going to be worth 1 point. 90 minutes of inviting, or actually inviting period. You're going to give yourself 2 points for every 30 minutes that you that you spend on the phone inviting people to take a look. Okay? Now, we do a lot of inviting, and I do it too, through Facebook and texting. Um, but I challenge you to take your conversation offline. And when somebody says, yeah, I'll talk to you, I say, hey, I want to share something with you. Do you have 5 minutes to talk? And get them on the phone. Because I find that it's a stronger invitation and they take me more serious when I take it offline. Because now you can have a conversation. Now you can ask, well, why are you open to take a look? What would you like to be, why do you need extra money? And finding a need, so then you can reinforce it. Yeah, you can totally do that here with Live Shots. Let me show you our system, and then put them through the 3 steps: inviting, showing the video, and partnering with your upline. Okay, so 2 points for every 30 minutes you're going to give yourself, every 30 minutes that you spend inviting a day. For every tool that you share, so you spend 30 minutes inviting, 90 minutes inviting. Not everybody's going to take a look. People are not going to answer their phones. But for every tool that you share, whether it's a video or a DVD or a CD, you're going to give yourself 2 points. Every follow-up that you do that leads to a 3-way call is 2 points. And I say leads to a 3-way call because we can follow up and they didn't answer. So leaving a message doesn't count as a follow-up because you didn't talk to them. 2 points for every follow-up that you actually have a conversation with somebody that leads you to a 3-way call. Why that leads you to a 3-way call? Because that's when you're going to get closer to getting them to sign up. If you just do a follow-up and doesn't lead anywhere, it didn't lead you to, it really wasn't money-making activity. We got to get them to the 3-way call. 2 points for every 2 new member that you get started, and 1 point for when you partner with a new business, with your team, with your business partner, with your team member, whether if it's getting them started with their business, doing a 3-way call with them, whatever you're doing with them, give yourself 1 point. And then personal development, give yourself 1 point. Okay, so, and this is all on the worksheet. So this is what it might look like. On Monday, you were on the Aces in Actions call, so you gave yourself a point. I have 6 points for Monday because I actually spent the whole 90 minutes inviting people to take a look. That 90 minutes of inviting led me to sharing a tool, so there's 3 points. I didn't do any 3-way calls. I didn't get anybody started. I didn't partner with anybody, but I did take time, in additional to the training that I did in the morning on the Aces in Actions. I also read some or listened to some other personal development, so I gave myself a point. So I have 11 points for that day. The next day I did training again. This time I only spent 30 minutes of inviting, but I had follow-ups to do from Monday, and I got a business partner started, so I gave myself 2 points. And I also spent 30 minutes of personal development. But Wednesday, the same thing. Aces in Action in the morning. I spent an hour inviting this time, so I have 4 points. I share a tool with one person. Said yes, I'll take a look. So I shared a tool. I did follow up again from Tuesday. I didn't get anybody started, but I did 30 minutes of personal development. So that's my 8 points. So you see where I'm going with this. And on the sheet, it's all going to be together, so it'll make more sense. So, and on Saturday, I didn't do anything, but Sunday, I tried 1 call. So I gave myself 1 point for that. So my total points when I add everything together is 46 points. So here's our scale. Where does 46 land me? On the 35 plus, you rock. Your efforts will pay off. This is what you want to be seeing. You don't want your week to total under 9 or under 10. 9 and under, because then you're going backwards. You're not doing enough with your business. If your total points are 11 to 15, because every now and then you plug into a call, every now and then you talk to someone, or maybe you're inviting people but you're not following up. So your points are not adding up. You're not doing any personal development. So you're going sideways. You might be steady with a couple of brand reps, a couple of customers, but not really going anywhere. You're not really seeing momentum. 6 into 24, you're pretty average. You're making progress, okay. Okay, we're good. Slowly but surely, you're moving. You're making progress. We're good. 30, 25 to 45. It's excellent. You're moving forward. Probably, definitely, without a doubt, 2 to 4 years, you'll be hitting your goal of maybe $5,000 to $10,000 or more a month. But 35, you're rocks. Keep your efforts. Keep on doing what you're doing. Your efforts will pay off in a big way. In about 2 to 3 years, you will be totally surprised and mesmerized of where you're at with your business. Okay, so at the bottom of the worksheet, so this every worksheet is for 1 week, as you can see from the first screen. So at the bottom of the worksheet, who are you going to talk to? Every night before you go to bed, and this is what Kevin Garver was sharing last night, which is something that I don't do. Every morning I wake up and say, okay, who am I going to talk to? Who I do have follow-ups to do because I set appointments, but what new person am I going to talk to? I have to be thumbing through my list to see who I haven't talked to, who's available, going through Facebook. So why not do the night before? You make your list, and it's a list that you're always constantly growing. We'll do another training on that, how to constantly grow your list. So why not grab your list and say, okay, you have your follow-up schedule, but what new people are we going to talk to? Because like we said, if you're not talking to new people, you're starting over every time you do talk to new people, every time you do it 2 a day. So Jim Rohn said, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So I love that. So let's plan our day. Let's plan our week, at least a day before. Have your list in front of you, 10 to 24 people. Pick somebody from there who you're going to talk to. All right, guys? Our money-making activities. All right, so I guess that's our presentation. Where are we with time? Okay, we're good. I'm going to jump on Facebook really quick to see if we have any questions. Stop sharing. Okay, guys. I appreciate you guys. I see that we still have 3 viewers. I appreciate you guys. I'm going to jump on our page. I don't know if you can see if you're on Facebook, but okay, so I'm going to figure out a way on our next training how we can have a conversation here on through this. We can do it. I just couldn't figure out how to put it on our team page. So we can all have a conversation. But I guess I'll close the call because I don't see any questions on Facebook. All right, guys. Love you guys. Thank you so much for being on the call. Looking at my hair. Appreciate you guys. And I'm so excited about Ignition. We are totally going to rock the house. We're going to be taking lots of pictures. Going to be recording the whole thing, our progress, our trip. Can't wait to see you guys. If we haven't met in person, can't wait to meet you guys and hug your neck and show you how much I appreciate you for trusting in me, in the sense that I'm going to help you, partner with you to help you reach your goal with your live shot business. Okay, guys, have a great evening. Talk to you soon. Bye. Thanks for plugging in.